Hello everyone and welcome back to another 10 by 10 challenge episode. Last time around we actually got quite far, so we've got quite a bit of iron producing at the moment, so those ingots need to be used. At the moment we're producing quite a bit. It's not the most optimal, but space is our biggest issue. I mean, it is the 10 by 10 challenge. So, in today's episode, I think what I want to do is finish off at least producing this floor. So, maybe we should do some constructors onto this one, and then we'll do the iron rods on this side and screws on this side. But I wonder if we can fit four. We should be able to fit four of these constructors in on each side. But now the other thing is that screws use. Well, you need to use the iron rods to create screws. Let's just actually see that. Production, constructor. Let's build one. Okay, let's go into the recipes and make sure. So for iron rods, you need one ingot, and for screws you need rods. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll create a whole bunch of screws, rods I mean, on both sides. So let's see, we should be able to fit four in. But we'll also need to split this. Now we're running out of space here, to be quite honest. It's we've already used half of this floor. So let's just take this guy out and see. So now what we're going to do is put some splitters. I think what we'll do is let's just plan one out on camera quickly, and then I'll do the rest off camera. So let's try and get it pretty close. That's a splitter there, so that can split into different directions. Let's get a constructor in. It has to fit in okay, so let's just see if I fit it in like that. How much space do we have? Okay, we can clearly well, maybe build it the right way around, right? Okay, like this. That's still fitting in. Now the only question is, will it allow me to add the conveyor belt? Nope, conveyor belt is an invalid shape. Okay, let's try two. Okay, let's see, this guy isn't sticking over. No, he isn't. So that at least is something. So let's do another splitter. Okay, let's see if hold on, where's your input? There's your input. Okay, you're now lined up properly there, but closer. Will you go in there, and you no select. By the way, I'm using the middle mouse click to select it. So simple little trick. If you wanted to copy this, just press F to do the deconstruct and then use middle mouse click to select it, and now you've got the option to just select whatever building you want. So if I want to do that or this, I can do that. Okay, but that will work. So now we can create some iron rods on this guy, and let's see, we should be able to fit at least four. And yeah, well, it's yellow, so it is clipping a bit through, but we can always change that to that. Okay, now that is that. Let me quickly get all the rest in on both sides, and yeah, see you on the other side. And as the sun rises, we're done, but I've been standing here for quite a while trying to figure out what to do next. Now, we only have 4 platforms left. Now we need to make another row of constructors. So I need to figure out which way are we going to go. So all these are creating iron rods at the moment, which is all good and dandy. So are we going to take all those and put them into a storage container and then feed that into more production of the nails. As you can see, for our milestone we need that, and we also need wire, but we've got some spared from the previous quick setup. So I need to kind of figure out, are we going to utilize just the one side? Look, it's not perfectly optimized at the moment because we don't have the correct belts for this setup, but I built this with the idea of we'll upgrade the belts at a later stage. Now, we are going to need rods, and we are going to need quite a bit of nails. Nails goes a long way, and later on in the factory we're going to need a lot of it. It's used all over. So I'm thinking we prioritize the nails. Everything goes into the nails production, and whatever is overflow goes into a storage container. So we'll do the same type of setup, and as soon as it fills up, it will then go into a storage container. So let me try and figure out how I'm going to lay that out. So we're going to need... This is going to be very interesting. So what I'm thinking we do, let's start off with this. So we're going to have the conveyor mergers, not the splitters. These guys are all going to feed into one. So let's actually start off with the one closest. Let's start off with that. That one will merge into this side. No. Yes, the output is that side. Green lines align. Green lines align. Green lines align. Okay, and now we can do the same from this side. So if we do the exact same, so we want that exit. If we do it like this, and then again like this, let's do another one and another one. Okay, now that means that those will all merge into one. Then we can merge them again at this point. So both lines merged into one. So let's put one down. So we want the output to be this side. Yes. And then we can go into a splitter setup. So if I do a splitter like this, let's just build it closer. So now we can have a splitter, and that splitter can go into a, let's just grab it. We'll use a storage container on the one side. So it will split into the two different levels. Why can't I seem to... There we go. There we lined up. So in this way it will split into that one, which will fill up with rods. And we can use those rods at a later stage, and then we can build the other constructors to use that. So I think let me connect everything up, get it all, make sure everything is nicely connected, and then let's build the next part. All connected up and ready to go. So yes, let's see. Now all of that is coming in. Like I said, I think what we should do is I want to do two different. So this one is splitting into three. So we should be able to, at least later on, it won't be an issue with the new MK belts, which we'll get in the next tier. So it won't be such a big issue, but we need to split these up into storage for our own use. If we need to build stuff, we need to have them split off for ready for the next part of the factory. So we might need that on the next floor or an upper floor, so we'll use that. And then one split off for the nails. So I think what we do is let's start off with at least the storage container part. Now we can always expand the storage containers into one another. So what we can do is we can put one here and we can put another one there. And now we should be able to take this guy into here and this guy into here. We can always stack these on top of one another, get the extra. We've got a bit of room, so then we at least have that going. Now let's say that this front one will go and be ready for the other factory part. And then what we need to do now is let's collect the constructors. Now if we take the constructors, because they will go into splitters, let's just make sure. So that one will split off. That one's input will be about here and it will split off. Let's just have a nice looking line. So if we do it like this, then we can take the constructors all the way to here. They should fit. Let's see. Let's take a constructor. Oh, we need some wire. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll take the constructors to in front of these guys, and then we'll have a line coming out this side for the screws, so that we'll merge them, and then we can always split and go up to the top level. And we can also have storage. So we'll build another 2 storages right around here. And we'll feed into these storages. Then we can have this. We'll take this all up to a storage floor at some stage. But at the moment, I'm not sure if that's going to be maybe the 3rd floor. But at the moment, we can't really get up and down easily until we get the tubes. So let me quickly get more wire and finish these constructors, connect them all up, and then we can start that production. Well, we've got it all in place, and all I need to do is connect this little power line to that power line, and now there we go. So now we've got this whole thing in operation. So we've got all our iron rods. So 8 constructors merging into one line. That one line then splitting back into 3. So we are currently sending them to these 2 storage containers. You can see there's quite a bit going. And now on this side we've got 4 more constructors that gets fed from this line. And they all feed into this one storage container for now. We will most likely do the exact same thing where we split this one back into 2 lines. So we'll take another line in somewhere here. I just don't want to close off this line because this is going to be the output for another floor. So we need to make sure that we've got enough space to go to the next floor. Now I have run out of space mostly, but once we've got our storage container floor in place, we'll come back and maybe add more. I'm not looking for the best efficiency. If I wanted to build the most efficient, most compact thing, this would not be the build. I want to build the most compact all-in-one factory, and that is a completely different challenge. I'm actually still trying to figure out how to do that, and I left myself just enough walkway on this side. So it is we'll probably add more nice walkways over the whole thing once we've unlocked it, once we get to that stage. But now let's get enough of our stuff together. So we still have all the iron plates from when we first did it. We still have enough of the wires as well. So let's go finish off this last milestone quickly. Back at the hub, let's finish off this hub quest. Let's just add all the stuff we need, and the last is the wire, and launch. There we go.
Milestone reached. The molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, will allow R&D to provide new technologies, items, and buildings based on samples collected in the field. To ensure a greater chance of success during exploration, an upgraded tool belt has been provided, as well as an object scanner and beacons. Note: the object scanner requires calibration via the MAM to enable detection of specific objects.
Here we get it, the MAM. So that is going to be for the next episode. We've got the MAM. Yeah. Okay, so that is going to unlock a lot of stuff that we need. So we will need quite a bit of the unlockables through that. And well, the MAM is the main one for unlocking quite a bit of that. We also should have a bit more. Yeah, we've got just a bit more space. But I think that is a good place to call this episode. We actually did do quite a bit. Oh, I'm so going to die one of these days. So let's have a walk all the way up to our top of our outlook at the moment. And you can see this factory floor has filled up nicely. So we've got a proper running factory at the moment. I see these guys probably need a bit of power still, but yeah, so it's not even running at full capacity, but almost fell off there. So what we'll do is next episode we will start with, I think we might need to add our copper and our plates as well, because we stopped doing the plates. So we'll probably run a plate factory on the top floor, and then we'll start with the rest and see what we can do from the MAM. So yeah, guys, if you like that, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe. Until next time, this has been Zombie Vega. Bye.